What I do think they will try to do, as they're losing territory, as they're losing their central narrative of this caliphate, this kind of state that they are creating, they will try to inspire, through the internet, these lone wolf types of attacks. And any deranged individual that wants to commit a crime can suddenly fly the banner of ISIL and get an international headline. And they recognize this and they're trying to inspire it. So I think the risk of that is something that is very much with us, will be with us for a long time. But we will push them out of Mosul, we will push them out of Raqqa. Before you do a major operation to retake a city, you have to have in place who's going to hold the city, who's going to govern the city, what's the humanitarian. You have to have everything in place. This is extraordinarily difficult. So what we try to do, particularly in Iraq, and I think we've had some success here, is to make sure those conditions are in place before we really move to clear out ISIL from populated areas. And the governing philosophy of the new government of Iraq, led by Prime Minister Abadi, is more decentralization, more federalism, more empowering local people to control their affairs, and that's very important. What's also somewhat encouraging about Fallujah is that the destruction in the city looks to be fairly minimal compared to other operations. So we're hopeful that we can return the people of Fallujah to their streets as soon as possible. The government can lead that process. And of course, these Shia militia groups that operate outside the rule of law have to be outside the city, otherwise people will not return. So absolutely, and we have a plan with local Fallujah policemen from Fallujah who have been trained for really the last year, waiting to go back to guard their streets. That's what we did in Tikrit, and we're going to try in Fallujah. So their ability to move fighters from Raqqa across the battlefield in Iraq and Syria, but most importantly from Raqqa out of Syria, has been significantly degraded.
Because of supply routes being challenged?
Because we have cut off the main roads between Raqqa and Mosul. They're now forced onto back roads. We, of course, have a Special Forces targeting team based in northern Iraq that goes after them when we're able to see the leaders, of course. And so we've greatly degraded their ability to move fighters around. But